From Christmas to Kwanzaa, Hanukkah to Ramadan, Filter's holiday hit list has a gift for giving. Tonight, get ready for a mogul run with the greatest games and gadgets for the deal-making, power-broking business tycoon. So yeah, we're gonna need you to go ahead and watch the Office edition of Filter's holiday hit list.
Welcome to Filter's Holiday Hit List, the show that shops so you don't have to. I'm Diane Mizoda, and tonight's episode is a totally boss rundown of everything for the deal-making, multitasking, mogulicious office type. Now, I don't have a regular office job. I just can't make a briefcase work with any of my fun outfits. But I have needs too. In the future, Skynet will take over the world by controlling all of our robots and telling them to kill all humans. Fortunately for us, the robots available to us thus far are pretty chill and not too combat capable. Take the iRobot Roomba, for example. This little landmine-sized automaton wants nothing more than to scour your floor for debris and pick it up.
The new Roomba is nice because before you leave for the day, you can program it to vacuum the whole house as long as it doesn't have to go up or down stairs. So it's kind of like living with grandma, but without the smell.
The Roomba scheduler adds to the capabilities of its predecessor with the ability to schedule start times and has better dirt pickup than before as well. The price of this automated maid service is $329. For those who think all cellies look alike, there's the Nokia 7280. This avant-garde world phone has a huge feature set, including Bluetooth, a camera, FM radio, speakerphone, and even text messaging, all with no keypad.
You can store numbers in it, but it doesn't have a keypad, so you just scroll to the number you want to call and then call it. So it's great if you just want to put a tiny phone in your pocket before you go out.
Though this phone may not look like it's for everybody, relax. The voice recognition software makes it easier to use than you may think. And with a look that stands out, it's worth it for fashionistas. Haute couture ain't cheap. This Nokia will put you in vogue for $499. One is the loneliest number you could ever have. The best things come in twos. That's why we're recommending the Nintendo DS for that lonely someone on your gift list.
This November, it's finally going to be going online. So you have Mario Kart and Animal Crossing, two of the most popular franchises in Nintendo's library, now coming to DS, and they're online.
Though it has been out for a while, the system is getting new life due to an influx of great unique titles such as Nintendogs, which is a gaming phenomenon.
That's reason enough to buy a DS.
You can get your two hands on the two-screener for about $149.
If you've got Alzheimer's, forget about it. Here's the stuff you just saw. The Roomba scheduler gave you an excuse to leave your crap everywhere. Nokia's 7280 cell phone overflowed with style. And the Nintendo DS console gives you two screens to wipe the buttery smudges off of.
Oh, Diane, it's just what I always wanted. How did you know? All right, I guess it's time to shop for some of these other people on your list. Stick around, and Filter's business class holiday hit list will show you everything for the man who has, well, everything, including a groupie groping update on the classic air guitar.
That's all checks and balances, Dave. It's gonna be a good meeting.
Scott, we got traffic ahead. Can you suggest an alternate route? Scott, will this exit get us around traffic? Scott, do I bear left or right?
I don't know.
To find your way easily around traffic, remember it's TomTom, not Scott. Just tap on the screen and a helpful voice guides you where you're going on time. TomTom is your portable, everyday GPS solution.
This actress got plastic surgery. This western's being filmed in space. The beach was moved to the middle of the city. And this major movie star is wearing a bunny suit. Why? Because you said so. Play the movies and be the ultimate Hollywood player. You run the studio. You make the movies. You start careers or bring them to tears. Be Hollywood's head honcho. The Movies, rated T for teen.
Welcome back to the 9 to 5 edition of Filter's Holiday Hit List. There are two schools of thought regarding gifts for wealthy employers around this time of year. One posits that since he can afford anything he wants, you don't have to get him anything at all. On the other hand, sucking up is a valuable career survival skill. And in case you're so inclined, here's some stuff that'll put a smile on the big guy's face. TVs these days are getting bigger, thinner, and more expensive. And the Samsung 63-inch high-definition plasma TV satisfies each and every one of those conditions in style.
This is the year that 63-inch plasmas are actually attainable.
Built-in SRS speakers and an HD TV tuner guarantee you can immerse yourself in the big game or the latest sci-fi flick Steven Spielberg wants your opinion on. Maybe then he'll stop bothering you.
Isn't there anyone over at Samsung saying too big? I mean, when does it stop?
You might have to take out a low-interest loan on the Samsung 63-inch plasma, but it will only cost your boss pocket change, a mere $16,000. Having something in your pocket that's large, heavy, and vibrating is always fun. And it's even more fun when it costs an arm and a leg. Enter the Nokia 8801 cell phone.
I'm sick and tired of using a cell phone that just makes me look ugly. So that's why I'm going with the Nokia 8801. It's pretty.
Made of stainless steel, the face slides with an oh-so-fulfilling click to reveal the keypad and half-megapixel camera. The solid metallic feel screams, I spent serious dough. So if the second heaviest thing in your pants becomes your wallet, don't be surprised if a fight for supremacy ensues. If you want to wirelessly connect to all your expensive Bluetooth devices or just show up the Sultan of Brunei, you can wrap up the Nokia 8801 for about $600. Put down the signed Hendrix guitar and step out of your own personal recording studio. It's time to play for real. Guitar Heroes for the PS2 is here and it rocks! Pick up the included PS2 compatible axe and jam to the likes of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Boston, Black Sabbath, and many more. Besides, the private show they played for you last night was boring anyway. If being wealthy takes a back seat to being a rock star, Guitar Heroes is the one for you. Only for the PS2, pick up the game and the axe for about $70.
If it's good enough for John Madden, it's good enough for us. Here's an instant replay of the swag we just showed you. We watched the big game on the big screen with Samsung's 63-incher, and Nokia's 8801 proved to be an impressive handheld status symbol. Finally, Guitar Heroes gave you a chance to jam with some musicians who don't work at Guitar Center.
Speaking of Guitar Heroes, I could play Stairway to Heaven when I was only 12 years old. Jimmy Page didn't even write it until he was 21. I think that says a great deal, don't you? Stick around and I'll show you some really weird stuff like a video game controller for your homicidally bent buddy when Filter's Holiday Hit List returns.
Honey!
Get down! Get down! What is this?
We're the war movie from Netflix!
Wow, you guys got here fast!
Average deployment time for a DVD is about 1 business day! Incoming!
My wife was also expecting a couple of romantic comedies.
They got here when we did. I don't know where they are now.
There's a movie waiting for you at home. Netflix. All the DVDs you want, starting at only $9.99 a month, no late fees.
Welcome back to the Spit and Polish Belt and Braces Matching Tie and Hanky Business Edition of Filter's Holiday Hit List. As those of you who've been to business school well know, rule number 1 in any office environment is this: don't emulate the insane guy. He's not the career model you want to follow, which is not to say he doesn't deserve a thoughtful gift if you're a Secret Santa. Although PCs have had mice with 2 buttons on them and whatnot for years, Apple likes to think they've reinvented the scroll wheel. See if they're right with the appropriately named Mighty Mouse.
Finally, you can scroll with the mouse and you can right-click with it, essentially, just like mouses for PCs have been doing for years. But still, it has that Apple look.
The mouse achieves the minimalist Apple sensibility with PC functionality using a touch-sensitive outer shell and a very small scroll ball. All this finely packaged California-made plastic will only cost you $50, and it'll match your pricey Apple desktop. So what if you've got a history of problematic drinking and no one's going to let you be a surgeon? Forget those tightwads and play Trauma Center Under the Knife for the Nintendo DS.
Just kind of imagine like your virtual operation, so you're kind of performing surgery on your DS and using the touchscreen and all that stuff.
Slice open and sew shut an attractive cast of interesting anime characters in a story that starts out somewhat realistic and finds its way into soap opera sci-fi.
It's fun, like you've got 15 minutes to kill, you know, on a bus waiting for a plane, or you're just sitting there just kind of bored out of your mind. You know, perform a quick operation and save some lives.
Pick up Trauma Center Under the Knife for just $30 today and skip right through medical school. Some people just can't play shooters with a normal console controller. Noobs! For those aficionados, we've got a replacement, but it probably won't help you much. Yes, Nubitech's Resident Evil chainsaw controller will get you into the gory action with little functionality, but lots of flair.
They need to have this outlandish controller to sort of enhance the experience, but you know, whether or not it actually does that is, you know, up to you.
If you've got $60 in your hand and you have to choose between filling your gas tank or buying this cool but useless controller, it might not be time to pull out the helmet and dust off the bicycle just yet.
There's no other game out there that you want to buy, then yeah, you might want to splurge a little bit on this slightly ridiculous controller. It'll make you feel like you're chopping up the zombies yourself.
If you're a collector, however, this themed peripheral may be your next must-have. We had this really mean goth kid at my old job, and his desktop was full of scary Hellraiser pictures and demon icons. And whenever he wasn't looking, I'd change everything to a Hello Kitty background. It drove him bonkers. But then I realized, people like that sometimes kill people like me, and I stopped. Need to make a peace offering to the hardcore geek in your life? I've got some ideas. When on holiday vacation with their family, true nerds would still rather be perched in front of their PC watching their favorite anime shows. For this, we recommend the Slingbox. This tech nerd-friendly device will take your TiVoed shows from home and stream them to you via the magic of the internets.
The Slingbox is perfect for people who just don't watch enough TV. Wherever you are in the world, as long as you have your computer with you, you can plug into the Slingbox and you can watch whatever is on your TV, your cable system, or whatever's on your DVR, or even listen to music that's on your computer at home.
If you have DirecTV, a TiVo box, and broadband internet access, you're probably obsessive about the media that you watch. As a result, being away from said media will be infuriating.
Say, for instance, you can't get enough of your local news when you're like halfway across the country. Easy. Plug in your Slingbox to your TV. It automatically sends it across the internet to your computer. You can watch your favorite newscasters and all the weather from back home, right there on your computer.
Pick one up for this shut-in on your list for a mere $2.50. Honing noobs is hard work. You need all the help you can get. If you want to get serious, you'll need a keyboard specific to your hardcore gaming needs. Well then, how about the Logitech G15 gaming keyboard? Not only does it light up so you can see in the dark, it also shows vital information in an embedded LCD right there on the keyboard.
So you don't have to have, you know, a health bar or a range indicator or something like that taking up, you know, the spot on your screen where it looks all pretty. You can have it right down here on a mini screen.
You know, it's going to be the coolest mod at the LAN party.
If you feel as though having your stats displayed on screen detracts from the visual beauty of your games, then you need help. You also, however, need the Logitech G15 keyboard. It's $80. Bearing little resemblance to the Age of Aquarius or Disney's Ice Age, Age of Empires 3 for your PC will put you in the ruler's seat. Become an imperialist and take over the world using all the resources at your command.
The Age series is known by strategy gamers as one of the most favorite series that they've ever played. It's not fantasy, it's not science fiction, it's real times in history that you can feel, you know, wow, I'm significant. I remember learning about this in high school.
This update to the classic series features a new home city aspect, as well as improved physics and a new graphics engine. History buffs and complete ignoramuses alike will clamor at the opportunity to do some empire building of their own in this game, in lieu of watching our government do it on TV.
If you just tuned in, what the hell were you watching? Oh, forget it. Here's the stuff you just missed. Apple's Mighty Mouse gave us something touch-sensitive and white to put in our hands. And you could hardly control yourself when you saw the new Resident Evil peripheral. We were slanging the Slingbox's media capabilities. And Logitech's G15 keyboard lit up your nerdy nightlife and gave you more screen space. We went under the knife to check out the new Trauma Center DS game, and we saw the third sequel to the age-old Age of Empires franchise.
I love that Slingbox. I hope I get one for Christmas. Are you listening, people who make the Slingbox? I said I really, really, really like your product. I'm saying that on television, and I really hope I get one. Just putting that out there. Now, wonder what's coming up next? I'll give you a hint. My name is Mizoda, Diane Mizoda. P.S. I'm a Mac user.
MP3 players are on everyone's list. Best Buy is the place to get them. Buy an MP3 player. Get a $50 gift card. Now, get a $50 Best Buy gift card instantly when you buy select MP3 players. This holiday, there are still more gifts to give at Best Buy.
Power up your game at GameTap, where you can play over 300 of the greatest video games right from your broadband-connected PC. Sign up, download, and play everything from Pac-Man and Sonic to Tomb Raider and Splinter Cell. And if you sign up now, you'll get your first 2 weeks free. After that, pay just $14.95 a month. Why settle for one game when you can play hundreds for so little? There's no commitment. Play as much as you want. New games are added all the time, all in their original format. Plus, membership takes you beyond the games. Inside GameTap, there's a whole new network with exclusive programming and never-before-seen entertainment. In seconds, you can be dodging missiles and who knows what else. Sign up today and power up at GameTap. GameTap. Expand your playground. Get your first 2 weeks free at GameTap.com/blast. Some games rated E to T, not all games rated by the ESRB.
Welcome back to Filter's Business Class Holiday Hit List. There are many roads to success in the corporate world, but most of them involve hard work. Isn't it easier to just dress well and fake your way to the top? Of course, to do that, you'll need some stylish stuff. For those who like to coordinate their cameras with their outfits, we recommend the Canon PowerShot SD30.
Something small, something stylish, something sleek. Pop it in your pocket, you can pop it out, take pictures like all over the place.
This miniature digital camera will capture 5-megapixel stills and comes in humorously named colors such as Rockstar Red and Vivacious Violet.
Just a fun little camera. It comes in 3 different colors. It's 5 megapixels, so your pictures are still gonna be great. Just something to use if you're on the go, wanna grab a camera and take a bunch of photos, just have fun with.
The Canon SD30 has the reliability, ease of use, and speed that you've come to expect from a Canon digital with a Digic 3 processor.
It's sleek, it's stylish, it's cool.
Not to mention that it will match your handbag. All this for just $399. Just because you're all business on the inside doesn't mean you can't look nice on the outside. Clean up a little with the Dell Latitude X1 laptop. This appealing little computer is thinner than Lara Flynn Boyle and isn't as plasticky.
It's so slim, it's less than 3 pounds. You look like one of those high-powered businessmen who walk around with their computer under their arm, even though you don't have a damn job.
Like all Dell PCs, you can customize the Latitude X1 with all the top-notch goodies that you can afford.
It's thinner than the GQ fashion issue. I mean, how do you beat that? It's small, it's compact, it's perfect for someone on the go.
The starting price for these classy machines is about $1,700. Pimping all over the world isn't anything new. Sean Connery did it in the 60s. Journey back to those golden years of swingin' spy style with EA's From Russia with Love.
Sean Connery is reprising his role as 007. That's a pretty huge deal.
The game puts you right into the movie's action and also features some new missions to expand on the universe. Modern-day Lotharios can get close to the man that started the James Bond sex symbol franchise in this game on any current-gen console in this holiday season.
It's also a big deal because it's sort of a return to a previous Bond game that EA did where it's third-person action instead of first-person.
The price of this spy schooling is around $50, chest hair not included.
Freeze!
If you're too proud to buy a GameCube for whatever reason, now you can at least play Resident Evil 4 on your PlayStation 2. Though hardware gurus thought it would never be possible to put the stunning GameCube game on the aging PS2, they pulled it off and added a few things that those smug GameCube owners will never get to see.
The PlayStation 2 version of Resident Evil 4 offers enough different things that not only will Resident Evil fans just love it, but people who even own the GameCube version will probably want to check it out too. There's new weapons, there's new modes, there's all kinds of great stuff that will keep people entertained.
If you thought you missed out on RE4 for good, Capcom has given you the presidential pardon. Resident Evil 4 for the PS2 will let you check out Ada Wong's sultry figure in true Sony style for just 50 plagas this holiday season.
Monsters.
Holiday gift giving isn't just about dollar amounts. Believe me, if you saw what passes for a Christmas bonus around here, you'd know. Here's how to remember your friends without breaking the bank. Even if you winter, where you summer, spring, and fall, you deserve a sleek camera too. For what, I don't know, but you do. We recommend the Fujifilm Z1 5-megapixel digital camera. This camera has a 3x optical zoom, 2.5-inch LCD, and a high style factor.
The hallmark of this camera is that it's pretty. It's for the style conscious. It's like for me.
Yes, the Fujifilm FinePix Z1 will go everywhere the budget-minded person needs to go, so you can get great photos of the welfare lines and nice snapshots of your parents lending you money. The price is $3.99. We here at the Hit List would never recommend stealing media by copying it off a Netflix DVD. But if you were to ever do so hypothetically, the LiteOn LVW DVD recorder would be your best bet. Not that we would know, but it will record and play back DVD-Rs and DVD-RWs.
It enables one to record DVDs.
The LiteOn LVW packs a nice list of recording features in a pretty package for only $100. If you can't stand your job or your significant other or your life in general, relax. You can play Kameo Elements of Power instead and pretend that you're a hot chick that can transform into different creatures. Okay, so that may not be your idea of heaven, but at least it's something.
It's a very fast-paced adventure game with some interesting elements. The lead character gets her powers by morphing shapes.
With the backing of now Microsoft-owned Rare Studios, this game should prove to be another hit.
I was just impressed at how fun it was to explore, just run around and look at stuff.
Kameo Elements of Power can make a cameo on your Xbox 360 for about $50. Is the economy kicking the crap out of you? Well, kick back with Namco's Soulcalibur III. This PlayStation 2 exclusive continues the great pedigree of blade-heavy brawling that the series is renowned for and adds more characters, including the ability to make your own.
This means that you'll be able to build your own character from the ground up. You have all sorts of hair options, hats, shirt, all sorts of layers, and then you can choose a fighting style and then pitch your character against all of the classic Soulcalibur characters that you love.
If you're one of those who's not going to buy a next-gen console for a while, and you already have a PS2, Soulcalibur III is going to be one of the few remaining titles to get. Pick it up this holiday season for $50.
And now, just like those bad clams you had at the Jersey Shore, the stuff we just showed you is coming back up. The Canon SD30 added a little flair to your candids. Dell got latitudinal all over your lap with its stylish X1. Fujifilm's Z1 digital snapper showed off the style. And LiteOn's DVD recorder proved that it can be light on your pocketbook. James Bond FedExed something from Russia just in time for the holidays. Resident Evil 4 was evicted from the GameCube and moved into the PS2. Kameo Elements of Power transformed itself into an Xbox 360 game, and Soulcalibur III set the bar high for a new caliber of fighting game.
And that's the end of our business day here at the Filter Holiday Hit List. Like what you saw? Want more info? Check out our show notes at g4tv.com/hitlist for prices, pics, and links, or gibber and squeak all over our message boards. Until next time, I'm Diane Mizoda, and remember, it's okay to tell on your Secret Santa if he's hurting you. Okay, people, get out there and shop!